usual. That's about. Try and figure out what's the best way to do it. Right, so this is a live update. It's not for me to be taking interactions and comments from people, so I'm hoping people watch it on catch up, and I will remind you every now and again as I see people coming in that I'll go, you know, I'm not answering questions and stuff. Otherwise it will put me off because I've got a fair bit to get through. This is a really, really important update, which I hope everybody sees. I really, really hope everybody sees this. Don't talk to me while I'm on. Don't say hello or anything like that. Right, so where are we going to start? So what we'll start with is, I won't be talking to anybody because I'm just got to get through all of this. This is just an update and I'm doing it live, as you can hear, simply because it will take me hours and hours and hours to try and upload it. So this is really important. Because of recent events, the trouble that we keep getting caused over and over and over and over again, and we all know where it's being caused from. They're not stopping, they don't want to leave things alone, and they're constantly causing the trouble all the time. It's every other day. I'm just doing an update. So, and now they are attacking revenue streams. I'm setting up different revenue streams. They're attacking those revenue streams, and one of the revenue streams they're attacking at the moment is the YouTube. And they're also trying to, they have been getting videos taken down, which I'm sure they're very, very happy with. This is just causing more and more and more and more problems, and to the point where we've had the videos taken down several times whilst we've been in the middle of a stream. And last Friday's one, which was a really good set of spins, especially for Ian Menham, got taken down. So we're running out of options as to what I can do to stop the spitefulness. It's different when you've got an argument, you know what I mean? Like I've got an argument with Royal Mint and Change Checker, and if they picked up the phone, you know, and said, how can we straighten this out? Boom, we're straight into a conversation, no problem at all. This lot, they've got no gripe, they've got no real issue, so there's nothing for me to fix. It's just non-stop spitefulness, you know, and it's getting to the point now where they've made it extremely difficult to trade, they've made it extremely difficult to sell, and so I have to keep changing what I'm doing. Now, one of the things that I'm going to be changing is how people view the videos. So we're only going to be able to show the videos at the moment to start with, to see how we can get a hang of all of this, to the people that are paid members of YouTube or Patreon. Now this is on the basis that the other camp don't want to pay to watch my videos. Therefore, if they can't watch the videos, they can't cause trouble with them. As for the masses watching my videos, am I that bothered about having a mass audience? Not really. I don't need a mass audience. I only need a big enough audience to cover what I'm doing and to make the income that I want to make. So the size of the audience for me is all about the income. As long as I can cover a certain amount of income, the size of the audience to me is irrelevant. Therefore, it's going to be, I'm going to be cutting down the number of people that are going to have access to the videos. So you need to be a Patreon member and you need to be a YouTube member. And on top of that, you actually need to physically do something. You need to email admin@tgbchrraffle.com. And you need to tell Chris what you're a member of and that you want to be added to the email list, right? Now, Chris will then manually add you to an email list that he will then email out and say, we're on today, here's the link. That's how we're going to be doing it. So you will get emailed the link and then you can watch the videos. Now, of course, there is a danger that the link will get out there and they'll still be able to get hold of the link and so on, but there's only so much we can do, and you know, one step at a time. Obviously, we don't want them anywhere near us, and we don't want them watching. And they are going to spoil other people's enjoyment, as they already have been. They've been spoiling loads of people's enjoyments. So, and I can't be asked having a fight with them and fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting. So, I have to give up and go, they win. They have to win. There has to come a time at which sometimes, you might have to let a bully win. And when it goes on to non-stop and it's just spitefulness because there's no reason behind it. So you have, Warren Light, Alistair Hughes, Bill Patterson, Alexander Smith, Lee Holt, all continuing to do all of this stuff and cause daily problems. So they're the people to thank, really. What can you do? All I can do is look at things. I've taken a bit of a step back over the weekend. This has cost me time. It's put me behind. I've taken a step back over the weekend and I have had a look at it and thought, well, what can I do about this? Because I'm now starting to stress out and spend an inordinate amount of time plugging the holes that these people keep opening up. To the point where it's stressing me out in an unhealthy way. It's affecting my stoma, stuff like that. I'm having to change several times a day. It's not pleasant. So what do I do? And I just thought what I need to do is just take a step back. So the post is going to be late this week. It's going to be late. I'm sorry about that. It's going to be late. I'm taking a step back. There's certain things I've had to concentrate on first. I had to do things before I got on the video, which I'm going to explain now. And so what they've done is they've forced my hand into two routes. Number one, they've forced my hand into making the club even more exclusive as I can possibly make it, shrinking down my audience. So that's one thing they've forced my hand on. And the other thing that they've forced my hand on is the release of all of the domains in one hit. Now, there are a total of, from my reckoning, 62 domains. There are 17 domains priced at £25. There are 23 domains priced at £39, memberships this is. And there are 24 domains priced at £100. Now the one thing that these mobs can't do is they cannot interfere with the wheel itself. The wheels that Chris has built with all the prizes on it, and the wheels with all your names on it, no matter what, those wheels can't be interfered with. They are able to interfere with a lot of different ways, and things like how we're going to present all this to you and how we're going to give you this information and how we're going to give you the videos and so on. They can interfere with all of that, but they cannot interfere with the wheels themselves. So we've released a lot. Now, immediately that makes me puts me at risk of being a laughing stock. I go and release all the rest of the domains. It now makes a total of 62 domains. People could look at that and go, oh, what a load of old, you're never going to sell memberships in all of those. Well, all I need to do is sell one membership in a domain, just one, and the wheel will spin for that domain. If there is only one name on that domain, then the wheel can only stop on one name and they will win. They've got you could say they've got an unfair advantage. They've got a fair advantage. They've put their name on a wheel, no one else is on it, they're going to win. So that said, the domains themselves only become valuable. They only kickstart any kind of a value the moment somebody says, I will buy a share in that domain. And now I've got ahead of myself, but I'll carry on with this. If they buy a share in that domain. So now this is an important bit here for all investors of previous investments to seriously take note. If you've not got previous investments or you don't know what I'm talking about, it doesn't apply to you, don't worry about it. it makes no difference. Only the people that already got that from previous will know what I'm talking about. And those people, I cannot stress hard enough to transfer that and park it into the memberships. Now, one person that was looking at doing that was Ian Menham, who you all know comes in, and he was thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it. He'd be the first to tell you, I essentially talked him into it, and I mean like heavily talked him into it. And in the end, he said, "All right, go on, I'll give it a go. I've got nothing to lose." And straight away, he's ended up with a gold coin. And the reason for that was he didn't win the gold coin. He landed on a gold bar, and I labelled it wrong. It should have been a 1 gram gold bar, which would cost 75 quid. I labelled it as a 10 gram gold bar, which is about 500. And he won a shed load of other prizes. So I said to him, "Look, Ian, I tell you what, you're only doing this really to win a gold 50p. So instead of me going out and buying a gold bar, and instead, and all the other prizes you won, I just swapped the lot for a gold 50p." And he was like, spot on. So the sheer fact of transferring his previous investments over to the memberships has resulted in him getting a gold 50p. I'm not saying that will happen to everybody, but I'm saying it definitely happened to him. He's now on a spread of shares. I've also had another customer, another investor, and it's okay for me to mention people's names. I'm not breaking data protection, simply because everybody's name is public. Their names are on the wheel. So I'm not saying anything that nobody can see. So I had another investor, Derek, and Derek's got, he's got a total of 12,700 to come from the previous investment. So Derek has agreed to spread the entire amount over all of the domain names that are available. Now that is what has given me the absolute oomph to be able to list and kickstart every single domain. I haven't done it yet. I've got to do the paperwork for it, but he'll be spreading 12,750 over 62 domains, I think it is, 63 domains. So, which means his name will be on every single wheel that's available. And on an awful lot of them, his name is going to be the only name on the wheel when we come to do the draws. But that's okay, that's the bonus that he'll get. So my plan is, when I finish doing the video and doing this massive update, because I have got a lot to tell you and it's really important stuff, I'm going to carry on with the posting to try and catch up with getting the packages ready at least, and start posting off ready for tomorrow, because we've got the wheels tomorrow. Now the other thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to be going from 2 days to 3 days a week. And I should be talking to Chris, but now I've separated it out, it makes sense to me to do 1 day for the £25 memberships, another day for the £39 memberships, and another day for the £100 memberships. The £25 memberships come with their normal spin of the wheel. The £39 memberships, from now on, every time we spin the wheel on a £39 membership, no matter what that person wins on the wheel, they will also get 39 free guesses, £39 of guesses. And that only applies to the £39 wheel. So no more messing about with swapping, if it lands on a vintage print, it's that. If it lands on this, it's that. If it lands on a vintage print, from now on, it will be a vintage print. If it lands on whatever, it will be whatever. But every single win will come with 39 guesses. So every win is worth a minimum £39, you could say. So that's special for the £39 shares. And all of this has come about, like I say, my hand has been forced, and now Derek has agreed to go right away across the board. It means that we will be spinning the wheel for every single one of them. Way ahead of schedule. I wasn't ready to have listed all of these for months. I was going to bring them out a bit at a time. But being as they're interfering with incomes, then I need to get this up and running and set up so that, this will be what I'll be concentrating on all week. I would just spinning the wheel and giving stuff away constantly. And I will end up, my initial thoughts are, I'll end up shifting somewhere in the region of about 2,000 to 3,000 coins a week, which I'll be quite happy with. What else do I need to tell you? So let's go back to my list and see if we can't just go off the list. Patreon is now updated. Let me explain more about Patreon. Patreon will be once a week. I can't go over it again, John, because I'm sort of on a roll, and the minute I start answering people, it becomes a live and not an update, and I want people to watch it on catch up. But essentially, everybody, what I will mention a couple of times is everybody that's a member of YouTube or Patreon or any of the memberships needs to email admin@tgbchraffle.com if you want to continue seeing the videos and the draws and the wheel spins and all that kind of stuff. Because we're going to have to do it, you know the old way of, the old way of the kids when we were kids and all that, or the kids now, they want to do a secret party, so everybody special email list, and then they email them out. Yeah, it's going to be here later on this afternoon at 4 o'clock, and then everybody poof, right? We're going to have to do it like that. So what will happen is, on the day that we're going to do the streaming, Chris will email everybody a link and say, here's the link for the stream. And only the people that he emails that link to will be able to watch the stream. Nobody else will be able to watch it. So you've got to be a paid up member of YouTube or a paid up member of Patreon, or you must have a share or a membership and want to be able to watch the videos, right? Because it causes us too much trouble. So that's what all this is about. That's part of it. So PayHip will now be one draw per week. I was doing 2 while I set it all up, pardon me, but now we're set up there better. I know what I'm doing now. So, and I've just got a page out so I can tell you what it all is. So Patreon now will be one draw a week, right? If you buy the $3, the $5, the $8 or the $10 a month, then you will go on the wheel, and it's weekly. So even though you're paying monthly, you're on the wheel weekly. So $3 a month means you are on the wheel 3 times per week. So for $3, you're on the wheel 12 times throughout the month. $5 a month, you're on the wheel 5 times a week. $8 a month, you're on the wheel 8 times a week. $10 a month, you're on the wheel 10 times a week. $25 a month, you're on the wheel 30 times a week. And $50 a month, you're on the wheel 75 times a week. So $50 a month is $12.50 a week, which is somewhere in the region of about £8 a week. If you wanted to pay £8 a week, you would be on the wheel 75 times a week. 75 times every week, right? That's your Patreon. So we've got levels going up to $50. I called it a day there. That's all been updated and everything, right? So that's what you get for your money on Patreon. You get added to the wheel with a wheel spin every week, and the winner gets the wheel spin. Right, so now the other thing that I'm going to do is that the wheel that we spin for Patreon will be a super wheel spin. So when we spin the wheel, it will be a super wheel spin just for the Patreon members. That sets Patreon completely apart. So for Patreon now, you join Patreon, the winner of the Patreon wheel gets a super wheel spin. And there's deals on there up to $50 a month for the number of times you want to go on the wheel. You pay monthly, you go on the wheel weekly for the number that you're spending. You spend $10 a month, you go on it 10 times a week. You spend 25, you go on it 30, you spend 50, you go on it 75. Because I need to increase the incomes from the different income streams whilst they are attacking the income streams that I've got. So that covers Patreon. Right, now it is all going to sound a bit confusing, but It is easy when you get your head around it. I have made it so that it is simple when you get your head around it. And the whole idea of doing these different income streams is because of the attacks. It is simply for that. It's, all of the work that goes into this is only because of that. If I put all of these things, which I could do, all of these things on our own website, therefore controlling all of the sales, all of the money through one website, it'd be cheaper. And they get anything happen to the website itself, boom, the whole lot's gone. And I've got to have my eggs in different baskets. So that is Patreon. Now, over on PayHip, there is a listing for subscription. And it's a Super Wheel Spins subscription. This is on PayHip. And it's a multi-variation listing. So you click on this one listing, and it's one of the blue ones with no picture. I have added a picture, but I've got to ask Harry when I see him this week and see if he can fix that for me. So the pictures will change. But at the moment, you're looking at a listing without a picture, without a front picture. And when you click on it, you've got 4 choices. You have a £30 a month Super Wheel spin. Now, these are 4 Super Wheel spins. These are only for people that are interested in Super Wheel spins and are likely to have 1 or more Super Wheel spins per month and pay for it, right? So I'm going to make it a little bit slightly better for those people. So if you sign up for 30 quid a month, you get 1 Super Wheel spin per month, right? As £30, because it's a £30 a spin, isn't it? However, you'll get a free spin just for signing up. So you work that out, 12 £30 over the year is 360 quid in it, and it's nearly 10% in it. You've got a free spin just for signing up, right? So you pay £30 a month, you get 1 Super Wheel spin a month. Maybe you're on a budget. So you get 1 Super Wheel spin a month, you get a free Super Wheel spin just for signing up. Now, there's 2 Super Wheel spins a month for 55 quid. Now you sign up for 2 a month, and you're getting this slightly better deal because you're signing up to pay the same amount every month. And we're going to have, as we go on, especially with all these domains, we're going to have less and less and less on the spot paid for spins, and more pre-booked spins, right? And these will be pre-booked spins that will be coming out every month. So 2 Super Wheel spins for 55 quid. This is what you get over on PayHip. Sign up on a subscription, and you'll get 2, so that's 60 quid's worth, you'll get 2 free spins for signing up. Or you can go for, maybe your budget's a bit more, maybe you can afford 95 quid a month. Well, for 95 quid a month, now Super Wheel spin is 30 quid, 4 of those is 120 quid. So for 95 quid a month, you can have 4 Super Wheel spins a month, and you'll get 4 spins for signing up. Or if you want to go for the big one, so then you get 8 Super Wheel spins for 150 quid a month. Now at the moment, if you was to buy 150 quid's worth, which is 5 spins, you would get 6. And if you're a gold member on YouTube, you get 7. So if you give me that 150 quid on a monthly conscription, so it's every single month, I know that 150 quid's coming in every month, I'll give you 8 spins. So that is PayHip. PayHip. So if you've got a monthly budget for Super Wheel spins, I haven't done this same thing for ordinary wheel spins. So far, I've just done it on PayHip for entries and on Patreon for entries and PayHip for the Super Wheel on there. Right, another change, YouTube. Now, gold members on YouTube, they get 17, because it's $17.99, they get 18 slots on the wheel. So when we spin the wheel every week for YouTube, if you pay the $17.99 a month, then your name is on the wheel 18 times, right? For YouTube Gold members, when we do the free competition and I give away a free guess, if you're a YouTube Gold member, you get 25, don't you? Everybody gets so many, like whatever their membership is, but a Gold member gets 25. So from now on, a Gold member will go on the wheel 25 times. Another really good reason to move your subscription up and become a Gold member. So that's another little bonus for you for YouTube paid members and the Gold members. So now we've got something for Patreon, we've got something for YouTube, we've got something for PayHip. And as I say, I'm keeping these income streams separate and building them up larger on purpose, so that they may interfere with one, but you know. Now, if there is anyone that is owed anything, I urge you to get in touch by texting me. And if you are owed anything and want to transfer over to the memberships, let me know. I've told you about that one. So we have Derek, he's just put 12k across the lot. There is there is now all of these different domain names and everything are all on the one listing. So you click on a drop down box, boom, it opens up a big list, right? And I've done it, if I've done it right, I've done it so all the 25 pounders are at the top, all the 39 pounders are in the middle, and all the 100 pounders should be on the bottom. That's how I've done it. And there is one there that says a £2,000 spread. And the reason for that is because you need 1,963 points to get on a super wheel every week. The super wheel will spin every day. So if you're on the super wheel, we do, providing this works okay with Chris, because there's some of this I've talked to him about and some of it I haven't, and I think this will. If we go down the road of doing, say, the £25 memberships on a Monday, £39 memberships on a Wednesday, £100 memberships on a Friday, then the super wheel spin will be each day after that. So the super wheel members will get more chance of free winning. So you need 1,963 points to get on the super wheel. And if you buy a £2,000 spread, you're guaranteed to get on the super wheel. And the other thing that I think is, I was thinking about this, I think if somebody, because obviously, as I've always said, the money's better off out of your pocket and in mine, better off your credit card than on mine. You know, take it off your credit card and pay my credit card bill. That's the way to do it, you know what I mean? So if somebody did a £2,000 spread, my guess is you would never have to pay for a Christmas present or a birthday present again. That is an interesting concept, but that's what I think. Okay, next. Troubles being caused daily, we've done that. Videos private, we've done that. You've got to get in touch. Admin at tgbchraffle.com. Tell Chris who you are. Tell him you want to be added to the list to watch the videos. Otherwise, you ain't going to be able to see it. It was taken down off of mine on Friday. Ian couldn't even see what he'd won. Taken off of mine on Friday, taken off of Lorna's it was. So that's that done. Oh yeah, we might even, because of all of this, we might even have to, you know, look at switching. So we might have to go to another YouTube equivalent site and stream our videos through there. If we can't get a handle on that or something one way or another, then the only other option we'll have is to pre-record them. And we don't want to pre-record them because you prefer them live, but that might be our only other option. If we pre-record them, then they can't touch them. And if they get them taken down, just put them up again with a different title. Done that one, covered that. Can't be interfered with. The wheels can't be interfered with. Only the way of bringing it to you can be interfered with, but the wheels themselves can't possibly be interfered with. That's that lot. But one thing that's guaranteed is the wheel is not going to stop spinning. Once it starts spinning, it ain't going to stop spinning. All the prizes are just going to get better and better. We've already added more and more prizes to the wheels. There's now jokers on the wheels. It's going to be a great game. I said I was going to make it the best game on the internet, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. It's just going to be not for the masses. It's just going to be a private, exclusive game on the internet where I'm able to shift more and more and more stock. Less is more. By playing to a smaller market, I'm going to be able to shift more stock. The email address that you're going to want is admin@tgbchraffle.com. Doesn't actually matter if, oh yes it does, yeah, tgbchraffle.com, admin@. There's now going to be, if you include these, include the YouTube, the Patreon, and the paid spins, there's now going to be over 75 spins a week of the wheel. Maybe even up to 100 spins a week of the wheel is what we're going to be having. And obviously the paid spins will be less the more of these that we do. 3 days a week, I've covered that. Membership draws going to once a week. So remember what I've said to you for ages and ages and ages. At the moment, we've been doing the draws twice a week for all the memberships. But they are what they are, all weekly draws, right? So as of when we can do it between us, me and Chris, it's going to split up and it will go like that. So expect that to happen anytime in the next week or two. Okay? Depending on where Chris is with like what he's got organised for Tuesday, Tuesday may just be what it was. Well, it will be what it was. We won't get this done for Tuesday. And Friday may very well be what it was. Might not get it all done for Friday, but the week after we will. Any sales that come in of the shares and memberships, etc., I shall ignore them for a couple of days because I'm going to get on with all the postage. Tomorrow we've got draws again. So I will get everybody added within a week, but expect me to add you within a week, not necessarily immediately. If you get in on these new ones, I will be able to get you added to those for when we start. It'll either start on Friday or it'll start next week, or it might even start the week after, but definitely in the next week or so, all of these draws start. Oh, here's another one for you. So, good job I made a list. So, with the food bank that I do, right, it's been suggested by you guys that we do a raffle a couple of times a year and we put prizes for the food bank into a box and then just raffle that off a couple of times a year, right? That is a good idea. Also, we put individual prizes up in an auction for people to bid on, and then the money from that will go to the food bank. So here's one for you. If you fancy making a donation at any point, right, buy a membership for the food bank. Buy a membership for the food bank and I will match it. So let's suppose for example, Chris Dyer says, all right then, I'll buy a membership for puddleduck50p.org, which is 25 quid for the food bank. So that's one membership for the puddleduck50p.org. So I'll add one. So actually the food bank will get 2 memberships for the puddleduck.org. In other words, they'll go on the wheel twice. Once because you paid for it, once because I'll add one to it. Whatever prizes they win, if they win anything decent enough to sell individually, we'll put it up in auction and then whatever money comes in will go on the food stuff for them. If not, it will go into a box. And then every now and again, maybe once a year, twice a year, 3 times a year, 4 times a year, depending on how successful it is, we then raffle off that box and someone gets a big box full of odds and sods and loads of bitses and bobses, right? So if you fancy doing that, do that. buy a share, don't matter what share you buy, 25, 39 or 100, I'll match it. And but you have to buy that cash. And so whatever one you buy, I'll match it. And that will be for them, and their name will go on the wheel. So you'll have another competitor. And that might be a way in which we can raise a little bit more for them. Right, so you can buy a membership for them. You can also buy a membership for anybody as a present. I mean, it's a gift that just keeps on giving. You buy somebody one of these memberships as a present, knowing that there's going to be a draw every single week for it. It's a great present to buy somebody, I think. You know somebody that collects coins, buy them a membership to qgardens50p.co.uk. Here's another thing, very important, as of now, no negotiation. And again, if it upsets anyone, I actually don't care. I really don't. I really don't care. Nobody's expecting me to say this. Certainly not the team is expecting me to say this. But as of now, and I will filter it down through the team and tell the team, but as of this moment, every member of the team is allowed to buy as many raffle tickets as they want. I'm not excluding them anymore. It's stupid, and I'll tell you why it's stupid. Because there are prizes on the wheel that are £50 raffle credit, £100 raffle credit, right? And then you have one of the team members will win that because they'll win a prize on the wheel, and they'll win whatever it lands on. So if it lands on £100 credit for the raffle, they've got to spend it. We had that discussion ages ago, and I said, it's not fair to exclude them from it, and everybody agreed, so we didn't, right? So they win £100 raffle credit, right? Let's use Lorna as an example, right? So Lorna wins £100 raffle credit. She goes and spends £100 raffle credit, and she don't, because you're entitled to spend it on whatever you want. So she spends a whole £100 raffle credit on one single coin. So her name appears on the wheel multiple times, and she wins. Right, what we're going to do is someone's going to have the ump because she's got a lot of entries on that wheel that she didn't even buy. Do you see what I mean? It starts getting really silly. So as of now, any team member can buy raffle entries. The only person that was losing by not allowing a team member to financially pay for a raffle entry, the only person that's losing is me, because I can't have that. They want to put a bit of money in, I can't have it. So as of now, and because of the fact that the raffle credits are prizes on the wheel, which the team members win, the team members can buy as many tickets as they want, and that's it. And if that offends anyone, well, tough. Right, so as of now, we're not having that. But what has come out of all that codswallop, which wouldn't have happened, see, it's great when people cause you problems and all the rest of it. They think they're being all clever and actually give you ideas. We came up with the team draw. Well, the team draw stays. So the team draw stays every week, and on top of the team draw, they get to be able to buy their own raffle tickets. So actually, the team gets to win more than what they would have done if they'd have just been left alone and allowed to buy raffle tickets in the first place. So, good one for the team. Right, so that's that. I'm not going to be dictated to by people. The only people I'm going to be dictated to by are and that's not even dictated because this is my business at the end of the day. But the only people I am going to seriously take notice of and seriously listen to are the people that are part of our little tiny community, putting money in the pot, helping me one way or the other, part of it. I listen to them. I'm not bowing to other people's nonsense. Now, the draws, I didn't know if I covered that bit. So £25 draws is a normal spread of the wheel, right? So whatever the normal spin of the wheel is, £25 memberships, £25 clubs, all of the ones that are £25, they have a normal spin of the wheel. A £39 wheel is going to be exactly the same. There's no difference, no matter what you land on, there's no differences, right? There was differences, but there ain't anymore. Whatever you land on now on a £39 membership spin of the wheel, whatever you land on, you also win 39 guesses. So if you just win a change like a Peter Rabbit or a single print, you win that and that's it, but you get 39 free guesses with it. So it's like every win on the £39 wheel comes with a £39 prize immediately, which is 39 guesses. And a £100 wheel, the difference on a £100 wheel is it's a double bubble. So that's that. Right, so that covers all of those. Now, other things. Vouchers on the TGBCH raffle site are now worth something because we have got some mental prizes up there. Vouchers on the greatbritish.coinhunt.co.uk site are now worth something because of all the domains and the things I'm going to be putting up there. If a couple of people have offered me some bitses and bobses, when I say bitses and bobses, I mean some nice choice stuff. And they've offered me some stuff in exchange for either spins on the wheel or in exchange for memberships. Now, on an exchange only basis, not money, right? On an exchange only basis, I will still look at buying more stuff. So I'm looking for nice, tasty stuff, not just ordinary. I don't need any ordinary 50p's or £2 or anything like that. I need nice stuff, you know, extraordinary, different, silver, gold, low mintages, all that kind of stuff that you might have spare of, and you might think, oh, well, I've got that sitting there, you know, it's no good to me. I'll swap that to Ian, sell it to Ian, and I'll have so many shares for it, whatever. You know what I mean? We'll do a deal. So if you've got anything tasty, it's got to be tasty. It's got to be stuff I want, and I want it because putting it on the prizes, so you know it gets recycled about. But I've picked up a couple of nice bits and pieces that way, so. And then I'll just issue you with a voucher and you use that voucher to buy whichever memberships you want. Right, £25 club as it is, £39 comes with 39 guesses, don't know that, double up. Okay, I've got through it. That is everything. So that is you completely up to date. The listing is live now on the greatbritish.coinhunt.co.uk. So you can buy any of those memberships and no one will know which ones have got more than one sale on. What you do know though is that every single one of them has got at least one sale on it. So every single wheel is going to spin. I've just got to organise with Chris when it's going to be, but every single wheel is going to spin. So, you know, have a little look, see what you fancy, and like I say, no one will know, but this person has bought a go on everything. So I imagine some wheels will spin and there'll be no one on them, which will be interesting. If I told you, I've set this up now in a way that will allow me to just carry on and carry on and carry on and carry on. We will never fill up all these memberships. And the reason that we won't fill up all these memberships is because I've priced with longevity in mind and logic in mind. I've priced every site at around about $500,000. That's the value that I'm going to put on every single domain over time. I know it sounds like telephone numbers, but you have to have a target. So the price is $500,000. And what I've done on a lot of these domains, a serious amount of these domains, is I have divvied up $500,000 by the cost of the membership. So for example, on a £25 membership, there are 19,500 available. On a £39 membership, there are 13,000 available. On a £100 membership, there are 5,000 available. And I've priced it to do just that. So if I end up selling, well, I won't, but if we did end up selling every single membership on every single domain up to its maximum, you are looking at a figure in the region of about 30 million. If it's 500,000 per domain and there are 64 domains, then that's about 30 million, isn't it? So it's like beyond any comprehension of what you or I could possibly. What I'm saying is, I can carry on selling memberships and giving prizes forever and a day. We will never sell out. If we sell out of one, there'll be another one that will be available. We might sell out of individual ones, of course we will. At times there'll be some sold out, like we've got 4 sold out now, but you know, if we sold out of every single one, that's how much it would add up to. So what that means is that it's not possible to run out. It's not possible to run out of prizes because I get money in as well. So it's not possible to run out of prizes, not possible to run out of anything or income for that. So that's there. And there is, if you fancy hitting your credit card, I really think it is if somebody's out there thinking, well, you know, I ain't got much and I've got £2,000 limit on a credit card and I want to invest in something that's going to make me some money, you'd be hard pushed to get a better investment than this idea, because the £2,000 spread across the board will bring you prize after prize after prize after prize. And I say you'll probably never have to buy another Christmas or birthday present again. It's correlated. There are even booby prizes on there that the booby prizes will be worth 50 or 60 quid or whatever it is, and you will get to choose the booby prize, because I'll go, right, the booby prizes for this one are that, and you'll get to choose what you want. So that covers that. Okay, now I can look at comments and see if anybody wants to talk to me, or it's too many comments for me to read them all. But if anybody wants to talk to me, I can now answer any questions that anybody might have now that you've listened to me drivel on. But for the people watching on playback, that was what I needed you to listen to. The rest of this now is just, I'll answer any questions anybody's got in case they're not too sure of anything before I get off. Let's have a little look. What one did you go for, Andy? Oh, okay, cool. I didn't think that would be the first one to go. Thank you for that. That's really cool. Okay, so Ostomate TV will have 2 people on that wheel. Brilliant. That is fantastic. Well done, Andy. Thank you. So, yeah, and if anybody decides, all right, they're going to take me up on that idea and they want to buy one for charity, then make sure you text me. All right. And it's another thing that you could even buy one for your own charity. I mean, you could buy one for a charity and, like, for example, maybe you know somebody that does raffles, right, on behalf raising money for a charity or whatever. So you could buy one in the name of that person, and whatever they win gets sent to them, and then they can raffle it off, you know, anything like that. So if anybody's got anything at all, I'm here to ask it. Otherwise, I will get off and leave you to it, because I've taken you up an hour of your time. And I do want to get on and start doing posting. Once I've finished all the posting and caught up with that, I will then get on and deal with the paperwork. So as of next week or the week after, we will be up to somewhere in the region of about 100 spins a week. Quite exciting. Quite exciting. All right then. Unless anybody wants me, thank you very much. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for having a look. And watch it from the beginning to give you a really full update on where we are and what we're doing. You're welcome, Lady Robbins. Thank you very much to everybody for popping in. And please pass it around, and please pass the word around. Buy Nani Sue, pass the word around, and make sure you email off admin@tgbchraffle.com in order to get added to the list. And again, I've got nothing to do with that, so don't text me for that. Don't email me for that. You've got to email Chris direct, right? Tell him who you are, tell him what you're a member of, and Chris will add you. In the meantime, please go and check out Patreon. Please go and check out Payhip. Sign up for only what you can afford and what interests you. And then have a look at the memberships. All right then. Thanks very much indeed. Bye for now.